When the Altrincham Football Club retained list was announced in May, probably the name that was least known on there is our guest today, Owen German. Owen, he was the first person to be announced as a member of Altrincham Football Club first team squad who had graduated from the academy from the end of last season, having completed 2 years with the academy. And Owen, that must have been a great moment for yourself to be announced as part of the retained list for Altrincham Football Club at such a young age.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's great to be announced to be part of the squad for this season, and obviously as a young lad from the academy to be announced as, to be part of the squad is really good for me. And I remember the experience of getting told that news and seeing it. It was amazing.
And when did you find out?
So I found out on the day that the retain list came out, and we had a training session with the academy on the Tuesday. And I just remember getting pulled to one side before we started training by Paul Fay and Ross Spite, and they told me I'm going to be part of the first team squad next season. And I remember smiling because it's obviously really good news, and I was just over the moon when I got told that news. And
very proud moment to be able to go and tell your family that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember coming home straight from training and telling me mum and dad and my family, and they were over the moon as well. They were as delighted as I was, and I've got to say thank you for them because they have helped me to get to where I am today. But they were really happy with the news that I was.
So congratulations on graduating from the academy after 2 seasons with Altrincham Football Club. Tell us about your early life in football and joining the football club.
Yeah, of course. I started playing football when I was really young, 4 or 5, and I got picked up early on at Crewe. So I joined Crewe when I was 5, and I played at Crewe all the way from 5 to 16. So I spent majority of my young career there, and came to 16 and it came to decisions about scholarships, and I had a meeting and I got told I wasn't going to get offered one, and that was tough to take because I was there for 10, 11 years, and it was really tough to take because that's all I ever knew. But I also had opportunity, and I had that willingness to go and explore elsewhere, and so I had trials at different clubs, and Altrincham was one of them. When I first came to Altrincham, it was a trial at BTH, just down the road, and I remember coming there and we had a game, and I just remember how good of a club it was and how welcoming, with Sarah Newton and Paul Fay really welcoming to me. And during that trial game they were trying to implement the playing style, and that suited me. It suits me and how I play football, but everything was spot on and everything fit perfect for me. So when I came here, I know I did have a bit of a chip on my shoulder. I was a bit down in the dumps, but I actually really enjoyed coming here, and then I've really relished the opportunity, and I've loved every minute of coming here.
I think the first time that I saw you play was in the FA Youth Cup against Chester. Very good game of football between two well-matched sides. Chester ultimately won the game by 2 goals to 0, but I know that you were already on Phil Parkinson's radar by that stage because we did an interview with him on the live radio broadcast on Radio Robbins at half time, and you were certainly one of the players that he was very impressed with. And it wasn't too long before you got an opportunity in the first team in the Cheshire Senior Cup against Sandbach United.
Yeah, obviously the FA Youth Cup was a great opportunity for us lads, and it was my first time making my debut in the FA Youth Cup against Chester, and obviously we've come up against them quite a lot, and we're 2 teams that know each other very well. But on the day, obviously the result didn't go our way, but I thought we actually played some good football, and we had opportunities earlier on in the game, and I thought we were the better team in the first half. We certainly dominated possession, but second half it was a tale of 2 halves. They sort of came on top a little bit, and they scored their goals from set pieces. But I remember having a good game, and obviously following on from that, obviously I was lucky enough that Gaffer give me the opportunity to go and make my debut, first team debut for Altrincham against Sandbach in the Cheshire Senior Cup.
What type of midfielder are you?
Yeah, I'm a deep playing midfielder. You know, I'm a person who loves to get on the ball and get playing. You know, I think that's my job. Obviously, looking up and, you know, Altrincham, I'm kind of like a Jake Malt. You know, I like to be kind of play like him. You know, I love to get on the ball and, you know, get things playing, whether it's linking it up from the defence into midfield, or whether it's getting on the ball in midfield and linking it up to the attacking players. But, you know, that's the kind of player that I am, and I just love, you know, getting on the ball and get things playing.
And going back to the game against Sandbach United, good performance by the team, good strong victory on the night. How did it go from your personal point of view?
Yeah, very successful night. Obviously to come away and win 4-0, which is really good, and obviously to progress through into the next round. But for me, to make my debut, and I said this at the radio, I wasn't expecting to start, but you know, when I got that news that I was starting, it was a bit of added nerves, but it's one I enjoyed. And I remember, you know, as I said, in the warm up, I was, you know, under the lights playing with the first team players, and you know, I look up to them, and obviously playing there, I was like, wow, this is really it. And you know, I enjoyed it, and obviously in the game, it was really positive, and you know, I think the whole team played really well, and it was a very professional performance. But no, it was a really successful night for myself, but also for the team as well.
And you also played in the next round. Well, the next round of the Cheshire Senior Cup we got a bye because we should have played Stockport County. You might have got an opportunity in that game, but you did play against Vauxhall Motors in the quarter final. That was a more difficult game, certainly for the team.
Yeah, Vauxhall Motors are a good side. Obviously, it was a more difficult game for us, and I was lucky enough to get the second half in that game, and obviously it was a 2-2, and then obviously we went on penalties, but it was more difficult against Vauxhall Motors. They were a good side. I've played against them on loan for Earlham, but they were a really good side, and they were top of the table at the point that we were playing them in their league. But it was a more difficult game, but you know, we got the job done. But no, it was a good game for me to get on and to get that experience.
And you mentioned Earlham there. Tell us about how your loan spell at Earlham came about. Yeah,
so how it came about was I was training with the first team on a Friday last season, and after I finished the training, I got a message from Paul. Called me actually, and he was like, I know the manager at Earlham, his name's John, and he was like, he wants you to go and play for them. And obviously had enough that I signed the paperwork and everything worked out, and played for them the next day. And I had games under my belt. We were a bit stuck in the rut at the time that I joined, and you know, I played a few games, still stuck in the rut, and we started to slip down the table. But I was gaining experience from that, and I've got to say thank you to Earlham and, you know, the management team there for giving me the opportunity, because you know, not everyone gets that opportunity to go and play, especially as a young lad, and to get, you know, 10-15 games at that level for my age is really good and really positive. And towards the end of that season, last season, we picked up some really important results and really positive results that helped keep Earlham in the league, which is fantastic. And you know, I've got to say big thank you for them, because they helped me get better at my game, and I've got a lot of experience from going out on loan there.
That's great experience of men's football for you. Was there an element of the big bruising midfielders playing in the North West Counties League, seeing clearly a very young player, and there's a few of those like to wind you up a little bit, I would imagine.
I mean, yeah, obviously in that division, there is midfielders that are a lot bigger than you. Obviously, I'm playing against men, but I enjoyed it, and obviously there was games where it was tough, and you could say it was a bit of a scrap. But it's one that I enjoyed, and it's the experience that I've got from that, playing against them kind of players. Obviously, I've learned how to use my body, how to compete against them, and how to, you know, adapt to how they play, and how I can adapt my game to help better me and better my game. But no, I did come up against some, good players in that league and a lot of experienced players. So I certainly helped my game develop playing at that level.
And how difficult is it for a young player to make the step up, training every Friday, playing in the Cheshire Senior Cup, playing in the North West Counties League, to make the step up against physically stronger, older, more experienced and better players?
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a difference from playing with the academy than it is playing with men's football. You don't get a lot of time when you're playing at higher levels. You've got to be thinking quicker and you've got to play quicker and move quicker. But I've bettered my game, and obviously getting the opportunity to train with the first team has helped me have the experience. So when I do go and play in the Cheshire Senior Cup, or whether it was going out on Earlham, I kind of knew how to play and how I could help better my game and help the team in what I was playing. But the experience that I had was really, really positive and really good.
And how have your first two sessions as part of the squad gone since returning to training on Monday?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's been a positive first 2 days. Hard work, especially coming in. We've had testing on Monday, and then we've done a training session Tuesday. But no, it's been really good, and I've enjoyed it, and I'm willing to continue that. And I've really enjoyed being in there, and I want to continue that.
And what are your expectations for for this season?
Obviously, as a club, I want to do really well with the club, and obviously, as a club, we want to do well this season. Obviously, we've got a smaller squad, but hopefully we can do really well this season. But for my expectations, for me, I want to develop. I want to better my game, and I want to be playing for Altrincham. But I know I'm young, and I can have that little bit of inexperience. But for me, I just want to play as many games as I can, and I want to help Altrincham, progress as much as I can.
And how nervous were you on Monday morning coming in, first day as a full-time professional player for Altrincham Football Club first team?
Yeah, I mean, I had a little bit of nerves, but it was more enjoyment. I was willing, more enjoying coming in and having the opportunity to come in every day and become and be a professional footballer. And it's something that I've always dreamt about, becoming a professional footballer. But I've enjoyed it, and when I came in on Monday, I was more soaking in and enjoying the moment. But I know it's hard work from now on, and it's enjoying it, and also being professional as well.
Were you the 2 years that you spent in the academy what you expected?
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the academy, and the 2 years we've had success. We've had a lot of success. Obviously, in my first year, we won the Division H title, won that league, and last season we moved up a league into the National League division, and it was a step up. But it was certainly something that was positive, and I've enjoyed with the academy because it's progressing year on year for the academy, and it's showing the pathway from the academy into the first team, and whether it's even from the academy going up to the reserves. I mean, it's really positive at the moment for the academy, and I've certainly enjoyed my time with the academy, and I've learned stuff, and I've become a better player.
And one of the things that being involved in the National League Under-19 Alliance Northern Division has given you is some quite long trips to places like Blyth, Darlington, Gateshead, Boston United. Not as long as we get in the National League, but at least that's given you sort of an indication of what that might be like. Yeah,
I mean, it's a good experience. So for when you are playing at the senior level and you've got to make them away days, it's kind of getting used to it. But last season there was some long away days, obviously, to Blythe Spartans away, and I think 3.5 hours, and you've got Boston away, in a different side of the country, and it's long trips, and you in them days you you have to be at the club early, and then you're not getting home till late at night. But it's about having that experience, because you've got to do that as a footballer. You know, you will have that. But I enjoyed that. You know, I enjoyed the away days with the team and with the coaches, and it's whether, you know, them away days, can you perform as well? Because obviously you're travelling all that way, but can you perform and for 90 minutes, and can you be successful? But no, I've really enjoyed the away days.
Okay, Owen German, thank you very much. Congratulations once again on your graduation from the academy. Big congratulations on being part of the first team squad. You'll have a number on your back and your name on the back of your shirt this season, which is brilliant for such a young player, and we really do wish you all the best for the 23-24 season.
Cheers, thank you very much.